All I know is that Bitcoin has made me someone who actually has to learn how things work. And it's the ethos of Bitcoin, right? You don't trust, you have to verify it, right? And you verify it to the best of your ability. There's some things that we're not necessarily going to be able to verify. It's just too difficult, but you can always try, right? So I can't read code, but I was still able to verify the Bitcoin network's code because it was open source. And what I did was I fed it into an AI model piece by piece to try to translate it into layman's terms, right? And it took me a long time, but I did do that. And that was back when I was just getting started, very skeptical about Bitcoin, when I was going full maxi. So you can try certain things to and use certain tools to overcome the hurdles of having to verify stuff. It's very difficult to verify everything in life, but you should at least try.
We've never really had a truth machine. And that's really going to transform society, knowing that there's this incorruptible ledger. Because a lot of our history, we don't even know what actually happened. It's just what the winners said happened. But imagine now we have this incorruptible ledger that only tells the truth. How that's going to change behavior and change the course of humanity. It's going to be crazy. Just a whole world of not being able to distinguish what is real. We need that anchor. And Bitcoin is going to be that anchor.
Bitcoin changes the way you think, the way you view the world, right? Because fiat corrupts the way you think and the way you view the world, right? So fiat food is very bad for you, right? Fast food is fiat food compared to Bitcoin food. As an example, that's something like red meats, eggs, understanding the different types of true nutrients that come from the earth instead of being like a pillhead. You know what I mean? Someone who's addicted to the pharmaceutical industry, right? Fiat driven industries. The original food pyramid talking about, you need to be eating more grains. You need to eat mostly bread. Like, bro, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that is literally ridiculous. And you wouldn't know that because in school, you come up, they just say, yeah, the food pyramid, this is what you should be eating, kids. You need to be eating like an entire loaf of bread a day. That's pretty much what that stuff says. What are you talking about? So it's hard to know what is true and what is a little bit too far, like what is actually conspiracy. And it takes time. It takes proof of work. You got to figure it out. And again, it's going to take experts who don't have their opinions skewed, right? There's a lot of experts who came to their conclusions because they needed funding, right? They needed a corporation to give them a grant or to bail them out, or someone slid them some money to have a certain type of finding. If you're a statistician, if you do statistics for a living, a lot of that stuff is manipulated. You know what I mean? I took 2 statistics classes in college, and it's very easy to manipulate statistics. And a lot of them are manipulated in the benefit of someone with a lot of money. So just stuff like that. It's just hard to believe things when the incentives are misaligned. I think Bitcoiners have their incentives aligned, and that's the reason why their research and their findings are so contrary to a lot of mainstream talking points. It is truly in the best interest of Bitcoiners to give the truth to other Bitcoiners. And I think that's what will make us so much stronger than any other group of people going forward.
I hope that you enjoyed this episode of The Signal. In a world drowning in noise, signal is everything. Most people are overwhelmed, distracted, and deceived, not because they lack intelligence, but because they've lost the ability to discern what truly matters. But signal cuts through the noise. And Bitcoin is pure signal. It doesn't promise. It doesn't lie. It doesn't bend to opinion or propaganda. It just is. And as the world descends into even more chaos, distraction, and distortion, your ability to identify signal, to recognize what's real, true, and timeless will be one of your greatest assets. So stay sharp, stay sovereign, stay tuned, because here on The Signal, we don't follow trends, we follow truth. I'm Dr. Satoshi, and in a world of noise, we are the signal.